Mahomes swings it. It's there! Hardman! Jackpot! Kansas City!
Ready, down!
Hello? You play to win the game. I don't want winners. I want people that want to win.
What up, people? It's Wednesday, which normally means not the play call sheet, but we done switch things around on y'all. So here we are.
Call sheet.
We here with it.
You heard the man. You heard the man.
Man.
What's good, fellas?
Chili Will.
What's up, man? Tim got that energy today.
Yeah, he brought it. He bringing it. He here.
I got the vibe rolling there. I'm feeling like a 1990 gangster. Got the track suit jacket.
Yeah, bro. My man is Rich Porter out here. Rich Porter.
Trying to get it, you know.
Before Alpo did that grimy shit.
Coach in the building. Shout out to Coach, man. This lovely Wednesday.
What's up, brother?
Mr. Watt in the building on this Thursday. I think it's Thursday. It's not Wednesday. You know what I'm saying to me. He
said if Coach would have said, "What's the damn deal?" I would have screamed.
I think he might take that out the agenda.
That's good.
He might take out the agenda, man.
I thought about it.
He said, just in case Bobby's still playing bingo, fuck all that.
I'm still playing, Coach. I'm still playing. Me and Dale still playing last time I checked. We still playing.
Yo, I feel now we're gonna just secretly like be playing this shit always now. Like not unofficially. Just I'm gonna be like, oh, Took says. You heard?
Speaking of you, I already got one for the next game of you.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. I see that. The thing is, I think having done it already once now, I think we're going to be very keen and focused on how each other moves, and because we plan it for the next one. So I think that's going to be fun. But yeah, man, we ain't here for that, even though, man, I could do a chop up every other day, honestly, especially if Dale bring all them clips. But we're here for the play call sheet, man.
We're here for the play call sheet tonight, man. Shout out to everybody tuning in, like, share, and subscribe. STWF TV. That's the name. Anywhere you go to, you can find it. Find us, stream us, love us, support us, and we'll do the same, man. But like we said, man, new game plan into September. Play call sheet is tonight. A bunch of things NFL related, some things college related, and we're gonna get into it tonight. First thing on the agenda.
Speaking of like, share, subscribe, do you guys ever have the problem where you tell people, "Hey, yo, come watch the podcast," and nobody can't find us for some reason? I just think people lazy, man.
Nah,
send me the link. Like,
yeah, that's the thing. Send me the link. I'm telling you the name.
I appreciate my people, and I appreciate them wanting to show up. But everybody just thinks it's just them. If I send everybody a link who asked for one, I'm gonna just spend the whole podcast sending fucking links. That's all I'm gonna be doing. So yeah, just subscribe. Yo, more than a subscribe, when you join the thing, just set the reminder. You know why they don't like setting the reminder though? Because we got too many damn shows on this network.
They'll be getting blown up.
Right,
for sure, absolutely. Yes, sir. Next thing the legit had someone post in the group today. Yeah, I wish we had a sports show in the group, and I had to comment. I'm like, tune in tonight. So let's see if that fellow individual tunes in tonight. He said he was looking for some sports shows over here, not following the group. I don't know. Maybe he follows the group, but really, like you said, well, he's not down for the real following. That's the show.
I think he rage baited. Where
you at?
There's no way. Whoever said that? I wish this thing had a show. All we got is fucking shows. We got more shows than we have regular posts in that chat room.
That's very true.
So figure it out. Although I will say, if he's on Facebook, he will not know today. I think Facebook isn't acting right today with us. When I went live, it sent us a little message. We got to holler at Uncle about that. But yeah, sorry, derailing always. This is what happens when I'm leading the show. So.
It's all good, man. The friend, we here, man. We here. We live. So, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing we can do at that time, but use it.
Speaking of here, I would have never known Neva Jake because I would have never known because your little thing in the bottom was hidden by my cup. I couldn't even see she was in here. What up, Jake?
Lemonade's more important than me. That's fine.
Oh, almost for sure. I love you, Jake, but I had a long relationship with Lemonade. Yeah, on business.
Unhealthy relationship with Lemonade, you mean?
That's fine.
Yeah, it's borderline fetish.
Yeah, oh, it is. It is. I haven't worked it into the bedroom yet, but don't test me.
Will and his fetishes.
It's been present.
Just right on this show. Jake, appreciate you here coming, man. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Absolutely.
Will derail, and of course you had to come in and derail, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's
we do.
So yeah, man.
That's my job.
People what they want on a Wednesday. Yeah, you gotta come in a little earlier so you can get your chop up in. You know what I'm saying? You know,
I don't know how early he was. He could have been there.
Well,
Yeah, what do you mean? I've been here for 20 minutes.
He's lying. He's in the car still. He just got out of work.
Absolutely.
Ride a paw here. First bit of news coming out of New York City. The New York Giants last week signed a veteran quarterback in Jameis Winston. This week they go a little bit heavier. I don't know how much heavier, but they go sign Russell Wilson to a 1-year deal, $10.5 million guaranteed deal with incentives could jump up to $21 million. People were kind of trying to predict where the Giants would go in this NFL draft. Would they go for one of the top 2 QBs, figuring their position? But after signing 2 veteran QBs, Will told me this, and I'm still thinking in my mind.
I wish you hadn't said it. I wish you hadn't said it because I was about to give you. I was about to be like, look. I was like, look. We was gonna cover this anyway because this is what we do. We cover the news. But I want to be very clear. It led because Tuke is petty as fuck, and I love it. It led because not only I said they ain't gonna draft a quarterback. They already got. Well, they just signed 2 quarterbacks. So again, I always try to use logic, and you can't use logic for some of these teams. So Tuke was right again on this one. Yeah, illogically they signed Jameis first and then Russ. They have no plans to draft a quarterback. Fucking Giants gonna giant. I'm happy for Neighbors though. Y'all know I'm a big fan of Neighbors, and he gonna get 120 catches this year if he stays healthy for like 1,400 yards and 13 touchdowns. You heard it here first.
Absolutely, man. And I would shout in the coach in a second. And coming in today, he may be the starter. Well, they're saying he is going to be the starter of the team, so that definitely X's out the QB mark. And now the Giants will prepare for the NFL draft and what position they are in and who they're going to grab. Coach, is it good for the Giants basically saying that we're going to wait next year for a QB if we're going to do this the right way?
I don't know if it's good, but they've already shown their hand that's their intention. I think now it's going to end up being either Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter, if they're, which really is going to throw this whole draft out of whack. Because other than that, I don't think any teams after that really need a quarterback. So if Shador slides, and he goes down to say like he's available at 12. We ran some scenarios when he was there at 12, and the Steelers traded up to get him and gave up a buttload for him.
They did,
and I'm here for it.
Yeah, have a draft. So now that I've already been wrong about this, I'm gonna go completely on the other side with Tuke and ask if Shador's there, do they still do it? Because fucking who cares how many quarterbacks? It's the Giants. Like, why not?
It's crazy because the way they went out last year with all the bullshit that happened, this will be comedy for their fan base. To every game that Russ can't get a long bomb touchdown to Neighbors, or they place it with Jameis and Jameis doing pick 6, to have them yell, bring in Shador. But we don't know what they're going to do. It's crazy. It'll be interesting that this happened. They still chose, picture, 3 black QBs, not only on the same team in the rotation, but picture those training camps. Picture how many cameras at the training camps watching the oldest of the bunch, Russell, then Jameis in the middle brother. Jameis is a perfect middle brother for the situation, and then potentially
he's fucking weird like a middle brother too. So
that would be.
I got some trivia for y'all. To just make a valid point.
On.
There hadn't been 3 black quarterbacks since what? Eagles?
Mm-hmm.
When they had McNabb, Vic,
and Vince.
And Vince Young.
Was Vince Young there, right? Or was he? Was he there? Yeah, he was, because he was part of the. They built a dream team. No, they didn't. They just grabbed a bunch of guys. But
so I got another part of, in the second part of that. What was the other team before that had 3 black quarterbacks at one time?
Cowboys.
I should have known he was gonna tear his rotator cuff back. Yo, what I will say is, though, I would love for the Giants to still draft Shador if he's there and just troll the shit out of their fan base. Oh, y'all wanted to cry for 6 years about Danny Dimes? Well, we just got 3 quarterbacks now. Have fun. How you like that? I would love that level of pettiness. But yeah, man, I think they got a quarterback to shut people up. Like I said before, it is going to be hard for either one of them to be worse than Danny Dimes was. So I think they get better. Not by a lot, but they get better. What, they gonna win 4 games? 3 games?
I heard this morning that the over and under on their win total was 3.5.
That's so
I might take that.
Might only win 3. Take the over.
I might take the over. Yeah.
Take the over. Take the over. Just because, like, it's the NFL, man. Like, I'm not saying we've seen teams not win any games, and they actually had talent. Like the Lions, they had talent on some of those teams.
We've seen teams not win 14 games in 3 years too.
Yeah, we've seen plenty of that, Dale.
Dale's on vacation tonight. He's not here, but Dale, we're throwing shots at you regardless of where you at. On the show.
Oh, you see the byline. Dale eats bugs. You know what's up.
Dale
I predicted that. I said that yesterday, and then he talked about all the bugs he want to eat.
Butterfly soup.
Go, Jake.
Butterfly soup. Jake was watching.
You got anything on this, Jake? You want to speak
anything on what? I got a phone. Oh, no, I don't actually. I think it's going to be a dumpster fire.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Shout out to Mike. Giants time, and Mike's here. Mike has a comment. We're going to put it up. I wouldn't be shocked if we traded down a few spots either to get more capital, draft capital, that is, Mason Graham to put next to Dexy and get a QB in the second or third round.
Yeah, I can see y'all going out and getting Leonard. But I say that, I guess, Leonard or O'Rourke, those are the 2 guys that I always bring up in terms of.
Mike, are you happy? Are you happy with the bandage that's being put on right now?
Mike, are you happy? I can say unequivocally, probably no. He's never happy about anything Giants do.
They'll end up with McCord, who's already a New York guy.
Fair. Yeah, okay. Or maybe they've seen enough of him to not get him. But
this could go either way. You're right.
Yeah. I was happy once we got rid of Daniel Jones. The petty never stops, Mike. I love it. Don't ever change.
He said he's happy with Daniel Jones. In a good place right now, Mike. In the start of the Giant regime, maybe we'll start with Russ or Jameis, and I hope good for you. Last year in Pittsburgh, in 11 healthy games, he went 6-5. Russell did, completing 63.7% of his passes for 2482, 16 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions.
Not bad. That's honestly not bad.
I've had his first 6 starts, but then that Pittsburgh fashion, Pittsburgh, and that's kind of how the season derailed for him. So.
I think they got to go out and get him another receiver. I mean, you can, like I said, you can throw 150 times to neighbors if you want to, but let's not wear that guy out already.
Some guys, yeah, definitely could do that.
They need so much, though. Speaking of wide receivers, though. Good segue.
Speaking of the wide out decision, I'm gonna put a little jab in there before we go into the real news story. Back in the league, I really signed with the Commanders.
You cut out. Wait, we didn't hear you.
Michael Gallup back in the NFL.
Oh
shit! He signed with the Commanders. Yeah,
the Cowboys.
Friday, I believe.
We can't hear you. Just so you know.
Who can't you hear?
Coach, we can hear you. Unfortunately, no, I was kidding.
Dick. Michael Gallup's back. The Cowboy failure.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, he has a resurgence.
Hey, man, he got hurt, and it was kind of bad after that for him, man. So, I mean, hopefully he's got a little juice left. I mean, that's all I'm gonna give him.
Washington, how many wideouts y'all need, man?
And P. Dollar still wants
and he still wants them to draft more.
Yes.
If he's here, like, when we take a Buka.
Yeah, when we do a mock, if he's here, he gonna be like draft a receiver.
Yes, sir. I was being petty because I didn't really want to talk about this, man. But we have to talk about it. Patriot Central. The Patriots, who people said should go after a wide receiver, go after a wide receiver and go after Stefon Diggs. 3 years, $69 million, $26 million and a half guaranteed. Stefon Diggs is bringing his talents to New England. I'm going to get away from this for a second. Let my Patriot guys chime in because I know they got some things to say in regards to the situation. So, guys, the floor is yours.
Yeah.
They overpaid.
Yeah. But, like, that was always going to end up being the case.
That's the market now. That's the market.
But, like, that's the market for a guy fresh off an ACL? It shouldn't be. That's crazy.
And no, you're right. It shouldn't. You're absolutely right. It shouldn't be. But with the guys that have been injured and either got deals or production-wise, whatever you want to split it, I think, I mean, for him, you know, he's still in the market, this market, on that top tier maybe list. And Higgins kind of underlined a lot of people up.
It's only like a third of the contract is guaranteed. That's it. Just about a little bit over a third, because it's $23 million a year with 26 guaranteed. So
this year, realistically, it's only guaranteed.
Realistically, this year will be guaranteed, and then the next year, like $3 million of it will be guaranteed, and then after that, you can move his ass if you need to.
So listen up, Diggs. You start acting like a diva, your ass is out.
Yeah. But he will be on his best behavior first year. He got plenty to prove, especially if he doesn't get to finish that contract with us and we move him. Then he's gonna be looking to play for another contract, and you gotta show up. You gotta show up and show that you can still play. But there's one thing that I know about Diggs is that he's gonna work. He might be a problem in the locker room sometimes, but he's gonna work. And he's one of those. He remind me like Jimmy Butler of the NFL. Just he went to Maryland, didn't get drafted probably as high as he probably felt he should. And he came in out of a system like Maryland's not a pro system like that. It's not producing a bunch of guys. And he came up and worked his ass off and became one of the best receivers in the league.
And continuing to work his ass off, man. As he visits the Patriots, he has videos on Instagram recuperating from his injury. So he's definitely back to the field, regardless if sign or not, he's still trying to get there. And that's what it is about him. I think that's why a lot of people fell in love with him. I don't know. I mean, all the extra stuff, he's a wide receiver, it comes with it. Mm-hmm. We know that. But I know one thing he's going to do. He's going to come out there. He's going to play his ass off. Mm-hmm. You know, there may be games where he's unsatisfied, but he goes out there and he competes from the start of the game to the end of the game. That's what the Patriots do get. Hopefully the veteran leadership is a positive thing in the locker room. And for me, honestly, for a guy like Drake May, man, this is a good little tool to have in your pocket, man.
Until it isn't. He'll be great for a quarter. He'll be great for a quarterback until he. So that was always my problem with Diggs. I love Diggs. One of my favorite receivers during his entire run, and especially the whole time with the Vikings, loved him, and most of the time with the Bills, loved him. My problem with him is like when you're the receiver who, diva or not, when you're the guy who says, give me the damn ball, I am okay with that. I'm fine with that. What I don't like is showing up the quarterback or giving the quarterback shit when you're in the locker room, bro. Objectively, you know that Josh Allen is literally the entire fucking offense outside of you. Like, if Josh Allen isn't doing the most to get you the ball, like, I don't understand. And some of them times when he was talking about give me the ball or complaining about the ball, we'd go look at the stat sheet after 9 to 11 targets every game. So you weren't not getting the ball. What are you crying about? That's my only problem with him. Like, if you're going to cry, make that shit about just getting you the ball when you're not getting, but he was getting the ball. So just play. I think, like I said, first year he'll be good for us for sure. Hopefully it's gonna be hard. That first year back off of knee injuries like that, you can be good, but you're not gonna be the same. Like you're gonna be good.
The explosion is not gonna be there.
Right.
Not gonna be there for
and the trust in your own movements is not gonna be there.
6,000 yards season for last year. So this man definitely coming up one of these injuries, man. Definitely not gonna probably hit that walk this year. Hopefully he does. But no, man, this man averaged 62 yards per game this season. The highest go-getter per game for the Patriots last year was tight end Hunter Henry with 42 yards per game receiving.
Yuck.
I haven't had a 1,000-yard receiver since 2019 when Julian Edelman hit that mark.
It's been a while, man.
Receiving at that time.
We ain't had a true X in a while. Like I could make a case that like we ain't had a true X since Moss.
They talk about Randy Moss. AB was supposed to be the guy, but AB'd. You had Josh Gordon, who basically couldn't stay off the drugs. He was already on drugs. You guys, the wide receiver spot hasn't been very great to you guys. Though you've been a great team, you know everything else matters. Wide receiver you plug in, but comes now.
We didn't need to spend money in the wide receiver room when Brady was here like that. We just needed to get him his type of guy.
$355 million. This free agency, the Patriots spent.
What they spent? How much?
Combined on contract, $355 million.
Oh, okay, yeah. A lot of those won't pay out because they probably won't stay. But for the ones that do, I want to see how much the guaranteed money we gave out because that shit's gone. You're not gonna get that back. But yeah, look, the one thing, and this is also for Dale, I think he'll have a great influence on Kashawn Boutte because they're very similar skill set, very similar players. It's just we haven't seen. He's not as explosive as Diggs, obviously, but he can get open. He just can't keep his feet in bounds. So hopefully he'll be working. And that's the thing. Like I said, I bring it back to Diggs is such a worker. I hope that shit's gonna rub off on Boutte, rub off on Boutte. Hey, yo, I hope that shit rubs off on Boutte and Demario Douglas and hopefully Polk. But like I said, Polk got plenty to work on, but all I would have him doing this entire offseason was standing 10 yards in front of a jug machine on the highest level. That's all he need to be doing. Catch the goddamn ball.
Yeah, man. Coach, you got anything on this, man? Stefon Diggs to New England?
Yeah, I'm trying to see. What was the deal that Diggs signed?
3 years, $69 million?
Yeah, 3 years, 69, 23 a year.
23 a year. I don't see him on here. Oh.
Maybe
am I missing something here? Because it's still showing y'all have $73.4 million in cap space.
Has a deal been written? Or when his drug test results or something. I don't know.
Oh, I'm looking at both sites. He's not on here yet. So is it official yet?
Maybe he didn't ink it yet, so it's not on the thing yet.
Okay.
Let me find out he about to fail a physical.
It probably is pending physical. That's probably the only thing holding it up, honestly.
Yeah.
I will probably say my 2 cents is everything that y'all mentioned goes back to him and his behavior. How's he going to act? I'm from afar, just because I'm a fan of y'all's new head coach. Mm-hmm. How volatile is that situation going to be? Because I know he coming there with the shits, and he gonna fly with this one.
Yeah, no, he acted up with Vrabel. Vrabel just gonna sit him. Bye. Like it's just Vrabel is not only a crazy person, but he's cut from the Bill Belichick clause in terms of how he deals with players. So
we know it wasn't Vrabel's fault in regards to the wide receiver they had in Tennessee, AJ Brown. We know it wasn't his fault why AJ Brown was gone. Tennessee.
No, he didn't want that at all. He would have signed him.
They're still cool.
Yeah. You broke with this man, and they go. I think he goes hand in hand, but he's the coach at the end of the day. If Stefon Diggs does act up, he's the coach. He has the authority to do what he wants to do. I feel like in this situation, he knew going in that he had to go get somebody. I mean, you obviously know he was probably gonna get somebody coming off years of wear and tear. Maybe Riley went to go get Cooper Kupp or Stefon Diggs, but you wanted to please the New England community by going to get somebody that Will said somebody got to go jump, you know what I'm saying, high as they can a couple times a day. You know, things like that. You have a guy that when he's about that life, he can do all those things. So it's a good start for them, man. And I hope Stefon does his thing in New England. Hey, best places to go in New England, Stefon Diggs. Hit me a will up, we'll let you know.
So, although he is Mr. Take Your Girl, so everybody just be careful now that he's here.
Well, rumor has it that he has some luggage right now. Rumors been swirling for a few months that he's messing with Cardi B. So,
this is gonna be lots of fun, isn't it?
And he's just recently coming off some type of court issue involving a female in which she tried to sue him, and he basically said that she came in his crib late at night bugging out. So yes, Stefon Diggs, like you said, Coach, outside the football field needs to handle that drama because, like we all know, the guys in New England, they don't play that. You know, so get together, bro.
What are the possibilities that his brother could join him later in the season? I mean, later in the year.
Stay away.
That'd be fun. No, I'll take him because why not? Another corner? Can't have too many corners. We got the money.
We got enough and 2 safeties. We're good.
Nah, never good at corner. You can get hurt. People get hurt. Bring him on down. Especially because if you bring him in, there's a good chance you just put him at nickel and let him roll.
I real with you too. I keep it real. Like you mentioned a good point, Will. Corners. You never can have too many corners. I learned that as a kid. Like for reasons. Like you might want to slow it down. You might want to fasten it up. You might want to bring your best man first and then do what you got to do and then bring the rest of the guys out.
Especially because when we were younger, most teams were still running out the eye. It was still like a tight end, like 2 tight ends or a tight end, fullback, running back, and 2 receivers. Like now it's hard to find a team who doesn't start base in 3 wide receiver sets with a tight end out there. No fullback, just a running back, and we're spreading it out. So if that's the case, yeah, you need all the corners you can get. Plus Jamel Dean, he's always hurt. So yeah, Diggs, come on down, bro. Bring your brother, no problem.
You giving he giving the Diggs man that Lamar syndrome. Jake is. What are you doing? Giving that Lamar syndrome.
I don't know, Jake.
Yes, sir.
Why wouldn't you even want Diggs, Jake? I
wouldn't want Diggs' brother because of all the shit Coach talked about.
What shit? Coach didn't say anything too bad about him.
He's a diva too.
See?
Yeah, they the same family. Of course they
He's a diva too. They make bad decisions with women.
Oh yeah, ain't Diggs he got Bow Wow Day mom pregnant.
Yeah.
Hey, look, bring them all up here. It's too bright up here as it is, so bring them all up here.
They about to bring that WAP up to New England. You heard?
Yeah, bring Cardi. Yeah. If I can see Cardi if they're gonna keep going to the box and Cardi up there, that's gonna be fun.
Picture that. We had Taylor Swift last year and then Cardi B this year. That was great.
Yeah, it's a step down in terms of
everybody would be so looking at Cardi's ass for sure. I meant that literally too.
Yeah. Also, like her outfits from game to game is going to be a spectacle. Yeah, bring them all down. Let's go.
Bring them all down, man. Speaking of bring them all down, should this rule even be in effect? It's something that's already in effect, but of course the NFL Commission Committee always wants to propose rules. We went over a few things last week that teams wanted to change or implement. The committee that is proposes included expanding the use of replay assist to advise officials on the aspects of a play when clear, obvious video evidence is present. Additional proposals on the table include making the dynamic kickoff permanent, but changing the touchback spot, as well as opening up when the trailing team can declare onside kick.
So yeah, I don't mind them bringing back the kickoff thing, like we said last year though. What if they kick it from the 35, make them move to the 30 or whatever it was? Just so that more of these happen, so we can see more returns. We got a couple last year after not having some for a while, so that part I'm cool with. The onside kick thing I didn't like, that you had to like announce it, and it's already a play that's not going to work, and now you got to fucking like Pat McAfee made a goddamn career off of the one time that he fucking got his own onside kick. Like everybody, I mean, so these type of Sean Payton opens up a fucking comes out of the half, or was it the beginning of the game? Did he do it at the beginning of the game?
At the beginning of the game, I think.
He went crazy. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I don't like taking those type of plays out of the game. So find a way to not have to announce the shit and just let people onside kick. I don't know how you can do it with the new kickoff thing. So it ain't my job to fix it. It's just my job to tell them what we want.
Last year, the new kickoff rule saw a 57% increase in kicks returned, 7 kickoffs were returned for touchdowns, the most since 2021.
Wow.
Yes.
It worked.
It did. But he said go back to the old ways of doing the onside kick where you can overload one side. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that too. The only problem with that is that when you do that, when you overload one side, you literally, like, 3 of them guys are hitters. They're there to fuck somebody up, and that's kind of what they're trying to get away from.
And then there's some other proposals that we didn't talk about when we talked about proposals. The Pittsburgh Steelers have proposed changes to the 2-day negotiation period ahead of new league year. 7 teams have proposed that clubs be able to prepare kicking balls before game day in a process much like how teams prepare game balls for quarterbacks. The Washington Commanders are also looking to make changes to the ability to obtain scouting credentials for 2 consecutive games, 17 and 18 weeks, that is, played by potential postseason opponent.
So the Steelers and 7 other teams want to rub the balls early. Whatever. I don't care. I'm a Patriots fan, so I ain't going to have a say here. Keep my mouth closed.
Well played.
Yeah, what y'all think about that, though?
I think, honestly, I think both rules, these new ones that was just read, they're cool. I don't really care.
The only one I don't like is the onside declaration. Everything else, let's roll with it.
I think more because of me personally, I would say this. I think because we know the B word, you know what I'm saying? I think because of the B word is the reason why the onside kick is being so numb like this. Like you said, Will, the onside kick is the onside kick, bro. We don't need it to be announced, but I figure if these guys are with the Italians, they would want people to announce it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like in the conspiracy theory thought that's why they probably implemented in the onside kick rule was kind of like this much big. Because like I said, onside kick, let the team kick the ball. Let them find a way to try to come back if they can and all that stuff. If you announce it, teams are going to be more prepared to recover, I feel. But then you still get that sense of football where how about the team doesn't recover and they're dumb as fuck. Yeah. Even with the idea that they know they're going to onside kick it.
The problem with it is that when they made it so that you have to announce because of the forced way that they're lined up now. But figure it out. You got nothing but time to be working on this shit.
That part.
So figure it out. Or make it a new play. Hey, what was that? We heard some, I forget who said it. Somebody brought up some random thing you could do. What was it? It was instead of an onside kick, give somebody an extra down. Just one, you get one down.
Just down instead of the onside kick, one down to get a first or something like that.
Right. Yeah, one down and it was a 20-yard first or something like that. It wasn't an easy first. It was a longer first down, a first and 20 or something like that.
If that ain't the most arena football thing I've heard, and I love it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm about to say, don't condemn it. Don't condemn it because it could be better than what we're dealing with.
And building excitement at the end of the play, it's equivalent to sudden death and overtime.
Yeah.
Because guess what? You don't get it, you lose.
Yeah. Game over. Flip. Oh, so call back.
Y'all guys hungry?
Yeah. For the, I'm always hungry. What you mean?
Got the fans over there too.
Big back.
I have to be more specific.
Get
Big
hungry,
back.
man. Y'all get hungry around the NFL season, man. Question for you guys. What's your go-to to eat on NFL Sunday? Like if you had to go fast food route or restaurant route or whatever.
So if I'm grouped up, it's wings. It's always wings.
Yeah.
If I'm grouped up by myself, D'Angelo steak and cheese. I have a problem.
With lemonade?
Of course. Was that even a question? What's wrong with you?
Baby.
Just trolling now.
You know this, man.
Man. You know this. The NFL has a new fast food sponsor.
It's no longer Jersey.
No longer Subway. No longer Subway. No longer Papa John's. Any of those.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Let's go. Papa John's, fucking weirdos, and Subway's not food. Jersey Mike's, let's go.
Jersey Mike's is the new official fast food sponsor of the NFL. Get your Jersey Mike's. Get your Jersey Mike's.
What you laughing at? What you laughing at? I ain't say no lies.
I can't do nothing with y'all.
Mike said he was out.
Coach is the only one that saw it.
Oh, he did a thing? I didn't see what he did. He showed his face?
Nah, he put something in the chat.
Oh. Foolishness. Foolishness.
I was like, I can't say that live. Gotta keep it cool.
We mean above the table, Jake.
No, all I was gonna say was, my wife, Buffalo
you
chicken.
got it.
Buffalo chicken. They give me a chance to finish.
Chicken tenders.
Jersey Mees.
Jersey Mees is rich.
Hey, I rock with Jersey Mike's, man. If I want a sub, that's always been my go-to.
So good.
I'm gonna spend $20 on one sub, but
$20 on a sub.
But at least you know you're getting quality.
Facts, and you're getting your money's worth. It's expensive, but you get your money's worth because you pay almost the same price at D'Angelo, and that sub's not as meaty. No diddy.
Giggity.
He said the bearded clam.
Jake made a joke about eating the meat.
All right.
Yeah. Mike's putting up what we're putting down up here.
We hit NFL marks in a little bit, but before we hit that, we're going to have one more tiz of NFL news to go around before we go to the college department. There's somebody salty in the media.
Must be a day.
Hold on, too. Real quick. Will and I talked about it a little bit. I don't know. I might have missed it, but they also took away the celebration.
Oh, yeah, they went crazy on that. They took away.
It's a 15-yard penalty now.
What?
Yes.
CD
celebration, a 15-yard penalty now.
You know, it's Josh Gordon's fault. And then they see you on that snort. They think you doing that snort. They can't have it.
That's what I said too. That's what I said too. I didn't make the extra step to blame it on Josh. My man didn't even catching strays. On his couch catching strays. But yeah, probably. But they said it under the guise of violence. And I was like, yeah, but the gritty is actually like at times if you talk about pulling out the stick in the gritty, like they ain't say nothing about that.
What cornerback are taking this offensive? What defensive back?
Everyone
absolutely true.
Like a dirty rug from CD.
Out like that? Come on, dog. Shout out to CD though, man. Now CD gonna have to find something else in the bag. I bet you he find something.
Yep, I bet she does too.
It's crazy, dog.
I hope he do something more provocative. I hope he do something worse that isn't outlawed yet. Just to fuck with them.
And they got to deal with it for the year.
He give me the TX. We out here.
Don't even stop.
Bang.
Bang, shoot the club up, you heard?
Do the Gilbert? do the Gilbert?
all day, man. That's interesting. What's interesting is this next story as well. Asante Samuel, former New England Patriot. We know this man when he was in the league. He probably wasn't the top cornerback, but he got shown some respect. You know what I'm saying?
He was the top ball hawk, not the top corner, but top ball hawk. He got everything.
Top ball hawk in the league, man.
Except for the one he fucking needed to catch in the bowl, dickhead.
Oh, for sure. Well, he's been a little salty in the media. Always this talk about who the best quarterback is in the game. Everybody gives that accolade to Dion. Everybody here on the panel will give it to Dion too, correct? Best corner.
Yeah, for me, yeah.
What? Okay. So everybody's on that board. Asante Samuel's the 0.000001% that doesn't think that Dion. He suggested that Shannon Sharpe and others as well call Sanders one of the greatest corners, if not the greatest corner in history, without having statistical evidence to back it up. He noted some things. He noted that Primetime never had a season with 6 or 7 picks, while he had 6 or 7 about 4 to 6 times. He just kind of reasons why, what a corner is in his mind. I mean, people have different definitions of what their favorite corner will look like and things of that nature. I'll let the panel and homies over here talk a little bit more about it. My personal opinion on this is, there's always debates. I'm not saying that you don't have one, but this is like Jordan right here. This is like Michael Jordan in the sense of Deion Sanders. You're never going to win. You can have an argument, but you're never going to win.
Yeah, so I agree with that 100%. Deion at his position is as close as the NFL has to a guy like Jordan that you're never gonna win an argument talk about somebody better than him. It's weird though, because Asante should know. First of all, most returns by interceptions is Deion Sanders. So, and that's that he got it. I'm pretty sure it's him. Unless maybe Charles Woodson eclipsed him because he had such a long career, but I'm pretty sure it's him. And obviously the overall returns is Hester because he did that with kicks and stuff like that. But with that said, I would think Asante would have a little more respect because Asante played a lot like Deion. He was a cerebral guy who was really reading and jumping on plays, and he was a ball hawk. But also, nobody ever treated Asante the way they treated Deion. They stopped throwing the Deion side for like half his career.
So basically, the back and forth started after Deion Sanders was on a live NFL show, and he criticized the T-step technique used by many quarterbacks in time, present, past, all that stuff. And Samuel didn't like Deion's comments. He did write on X, once again, do not listen to this foolishness. Of course, he never learned how to T-step. His athletic ability was on another for his time. T-step is the best technique to get to the football, not running out the break. This is comedy. And then they continue with Deion writing back, sir, foolish. God bless you, my brother. Tell them what it's really about, sir. You forever taking a shot at the sky. Mickey Andrews is responsible for teaching us what I teach, and it sure seemed like it worked for us. Peace. Be still.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Peace be still. Shut the hell up.
Yeah. I don't understand when a man does something that you do, but did it at a higher level, and you're talking about technique. So you're telling me he put up better numbers minus the technique you're talking about? Sounds like he did way fucking better than you. That's what it sounds like.
So, man, listen here. Deion Sanders for his career, 188 games with 53 interceptions.
Okay.
We'll be talking about this. 5 playoff interceptions, 2 Super Bowls. This is why I say, like, the pros is different, real different, because then I'm going to throw Asante Samuel stats, and like I said, you're never going to win this battle. This dude's an aura, Deion. Samuel,
number 2?
3 games. Go ahead.
Darren Sharper and Rod Woodson at 11.
Where is Deion on the list?
He's tied for 5th with Ken Houston and Aeneas Williams, and Aqib Talib is number 4.
Shout out to Aqib.
Shout out to Aqib Talib, man. We haven't seen him.
But again, I would point out that they didn't stop throwing to those guys. They didn't stop throwing to those guys.
Oh, hold on. Hold on, Jake. I gotta.
He always do this. I ignore him.
Asante Samuel was tied for 21.
That's a guy that's not fake tough. Well, he wins that shit on the sleep.
He'd fold you with your clothes. He'd fold your clothes with you in them, Jake. That's not doing.
Are you talking about a kid?
Yeah.
Oh, his whole family about that action. Mom too.
Yeah. Right. That's what I'm talking about.
I used to work with the brother-in-law. He said that family, that's how they is.
Yes, sir, man. Asante Samuel, though, 153 games played over the course of his career, 51 interceptions, 7 playoff interceptions, and 2 Super Bowls. So, I mean, hey, maybe he had a sick and tired of hearing Shannon Sharpe talking that night. You know, might have had too many brews, but hey, he's like, hey, look at my stats. My stats hit up just about look. He can have an argument.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to just dismiss Asante, because he got ground to stand on, because he was nice. He was one of the best in his generation for sure. But yeah, you'd have one more Super Bowl if you could fucking catch.
He's tied at 21st with Bobby Bell, Derek Brooks, Terrell Buckley, Carlos Dansby, Miller Farr, Aaron Glenn, Darrell Green, Tom Janik, Terry McDaniel, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, all at 21, tied at 6.
3 or 4 of them motherfuckers is linebackers.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. Like,
when Shannon Sharpe came into this with Asante Samuel, basically Shannon mentioned that, of course, what everybody would say, Asante and Dion don't need to be mentioned in the same breath. You know, he went on and on about it, and that's what had Asante really go crazy.
Also, there's another part to this that none of us, and I know eventually we all would have got there, but I just happened to come up and say it first, is Dion followed number ones. Asante's a left side corner. He's a side
all over the field.
One side. Right. Dion was covering wherever Rice went, motherfucker, Dion was there.
Wherever Irvin went, Dion was
there. Okay? Wherever Chris Carter was, Dion was there.
Yep.
Asante just stayed on one side of the field. That's a huge fucking difference. Huge. That's the difference of why we gave so much love to Woodson over certain cornerbacks, because he followed guy. Or when we had, who was it with Nnamdi? Who was the best corner? It wasn't Champ really, but I guess you could say Champ. Like, but we would condemn Nnamdi Asomugha because he was a left side corner only. He stayed on that left side of that defense. Whereas other guys moved all over. So yeah, we don't. What up, Wizzo? We don't want to hear that, Asante. We respect you though, Asante. But here in New England, we got love for you, and unfortunately, so does fucking the Giants, because you dropped that pick, and I'm never gonna let you forget it.
Never gonna let you forget it, baby.
Yeah, I like Brandon Merriweather more.
Oh, Revis. Yeah, Revis. Revis was the one that, because Revis followed everywhere.
Revis Island. He shut Dez Bryant down, had a mat out there.
Exciting. On the
You know what the next episode of this is gonna be, right?
What's that?
When Revis finally comes out and becomes a Hall of Famer, and everybody's talking about Revis, and then Richard Sherman's gonna come pop up in the air and mention.
Oh yeah. And again, another guy who he got a leg to stand on, but also one side of the field guy.
One side of the field guy, right? It's crazy, man. Hey, and this is the best thing about being a pro. You're a professional. You got to do it. You got to live it. You see one guy do crazy stuff, and he's the aura guy, and you can tell people the story of what I did in the league. You know what I'm saying? And Asante's no punk, and that's why I say Asante, we gonna respect him. He's gonna play. We've seen him play literally through the mud. All of us, Jake, you included.
Also,
so
also I've seen him lay the wood on guys, and Dion wasn't really about that life. So I got respect for Asante. I do, but
hold on.
You know what's happening? This is that new thing now, because now every player got a platform. We're hearing about all the shit that we wouldn't be hearing because it wouldn't be public. But like, you got Brandon Jennings talk about he's better than Drew Holiday and shit like this. Like, this is what we're doing now.
Oh,
so get used to a lot more of this.
We'll talk about that as we roll out the new week of the show, because that's actually funny how that's building up right now. That's definitely
because that is steaming towards a one-on-one tournament with old guys. Like, I can't wait for that to happen.
Yes, sir. We here, man. NFL talk is now. We're gonna quiet it down to our mock draft later on. But we mentioned
my fault. Mike said Richard Sherman is most known for getting smacked by that big lineman on the Skins.
Slap shit out of him.
Pumpkin skip and his face after the ENT and at the INT in the goal. Like, those are the most moments.
I mean,
one more be the Crabtree situation. Mediocre. Yeah, that'd be the other one.
You got slapped by the lineman. He took it like a champ.
He had no choice.
That's a big motherfucker.
I mean, he could have said, "Oh my God, sue me! I'm suing him. He hit me." You know what I'm saying?
He's like half his weight, so yeah, he had no choice. That's funny.
Stanford alum, man, Richard Sherman.
Yeah, shout out to brilliant guy. Low key, people act like he's just a corner. Brilliant guy.
And he from South Central LA?
I believe so.
He might be from Compton.
Oh, yeah,
the only thing though, he won that back and forth with Skip, but Skip really won because how you let Skip get under your skin like that? I'd have never.
Yeah, he's born in Compton, California.
Good shit. Born in Compton, went to Stanford, balled at Stanford. Didn't even get drafted. I think got drafted third round.
Was a receiver originally at Stanford.
Right.
And then Harbaugh
made a great career for himself at the corner position. One of the greats.
Stanford will have spring football, and other teams will have spring football too. As we look at some college football notable QB battles to watch during the course of the spring, going into the summer. So just looking at some teams and their QB battles that may happen during the spring. Alabama first off. Jalen Monroe will be drafted in this year's draft, so he will not be participating in
the Giants.
Yeah, that'd be dope. The contenders for these positions, is Ty Simpson, Austin Mack, and Keelan Russell. Ty Simpson might be the guy on top right now, but like I said, this all can change during the course of the spring. But they feel like he may be the guy, being a 5-star prospect, 4th season in this spring session. So definitely got to head up on that. Competition-wise, they say Keelan Russell could be second in hand for the spot. He's responsible. The current staff at Alabama is responsible for grabbing him. Impressive size, 6'6", 235. They say he can do some things on the field. And then last but not least, Austin Mack. Looks like he's going to be just running around on the campus, man, getting love, because you know QBs get all the love. So,
clipboard, backup quarterback, friendliest guy.
Carson to the U. Yeah, Carson U to the U. And he broke up with his girlfriend. He got robbed and he cheated on his girlfriend already.
That's why he went there, was for her.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think what happened was he found out that
he immediately ran into a Latina and fucked his world up.
Game over.
What they say, Uzi, a ninja's quickest downfall.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. He trying to get to the cookout with his path right now.
He working his way down the color spectrum.
He's almost there. Almost there.
We got Jake, fellow Ohio State Buckeye, on here. QB battle going on this spring, potentially for you guys. Jillian Saying, Lincoln Kindholtz, and Travian St. Clair. Jake, what's your take on those three guys?
Hey,
which one of those guys can you just?
Tavian St. Clair is an absolute dog, but they've been saying nothing but good things about Julian Saint out of camp. But if St. Clair comes out and just blows the roof off the joint, that's going to be a 3 straight year starter that's going to be ready to take over college football. But they're ready to give the keys to Saint. They like everything that he's doing. He's put on, I think, 15 pounds of muscle. So he's out doing his thing. It's going to be fun. Go ahead.
I gotta say, man, I was looking for him all year. Whenever he got in games, I don't see it. He might be good, and he could probably make a lot of improvements over the offseason, but the hype he got, we'll see.
They also didn't have him throwing that much, and he was out there with some, fourth stringers.
Yeah, I mean,
but
you don't
fourth
stringer reason.
fourth stringers of the the future of the team. So you should have something going on.
Well, listen,
I do feel like Lincoln Keenholz is the odd man out. He had a lot of hype coming out, but he was a multi-sport athlete. That's why he got so much hype around him.
Still got
Keenholz is the freak athlete one, right? Or is it Sinclair who's the freak
No,
athlete?
it's Keenholz.
Yeah, so Keenholz, that's what I'm saying. Keenholz, if shit ain't going well, you're going to throw the fucking athlete back there and let him do his thing.
And I'm perfectly fine with that. I think it'd be fun to see what he can do.
Didn't I see this news here pursuing covered in Texas Longhorn quarterback commitment. Didn't LSU just lose somebody recently? A quarterback commitment?
They lost the battle for that number 2 guy. I mean, was it the number 2 guy or number 1 guy? The one who went to Oregon?
I think it was over money too. The trees wasn't shaking right for LSU.
That's what Dale had to tell you, that they couldn't shake the trees for sure.
That's why Dale's not here tonight. He's trying to shake trees along with other LSU fans. What a ripoff, man.
He got a GoFundMe started.
Appreciate you for that, Jake, and that interesting news on the QB potentially for our state. Will, thank you for your chipping as well. Michigan, we know they paid Bryce Underwood some major cash to potentially be the starting QB there. Jerome Moore has the floor number 1 and number 2 open. Mikey Keene, Bryce Underwood, and Jaden Davis will be fighting for the number 1 spot at QB. But I'm thinking the bag will give it to Bryce. But you still got to go through spring training, and you won't know.
It's his job to lose. If he sucks it up, then maybe he could lose it. But right now, that's his job. They ain't paying him that much to come hold a clipboard. I assure you.
They said he's one of the most exciting QB prospects in the last 10 years, 6'4", 208, skills and tools to be a multi-year impact player for a national title contender. He's also young.
He needs some cheeseburgers, for sure.
17 years old.
Big man.
Into August. He's young.
Yeah, he got time. He got time to eat some.
You say he's going to turn 18 until August?
Yep.
Baby. He's summer, baby. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him when he was in the spring. He was in the uniform, running around there. It's a big ass dude, though, man.
Yeah. He's an athlete too. He can really move.
I'm talking about like big being big compared to everybody else on the field.
He give me Cam.
Yeah, Cam. Yeah. Exactly. That's what it was.
Give me Cam vibe, just like Jesus.
Wow. And
they make a jersey big enough for this motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, they gonna have one. Michigan gonna have one for sure, man. You know, they gonna have the long shorts for him. They got the long jersey for him. Jalen Rose and all them gonna hook him up.
Have him fabbed out. I dig it. I can dig
out to the fab, man. And Mikey Keene could be the second QB in experience at UCF in Fresno State. So he has that in case he has to lace up his football cleats, he'll be in that rotation as well. So Michigan, last year, beat Ohio State. You know what I mean? That's probably the only objective thing they wanted to do, and they did that. This year, they have to contend, beat them again, and maybe Michigan is top 10 this year. Top 15.
I got a Will on the podcast origin topic for y'all.
Yes.
We're going back to the NIL. How long before they put some kind of cap on how many times you can transfer? Because this is getting whacked.
It's coming.
Oh, no, it's coming.
I hope so.
Hold on.
I hope so.
College basketball, 1,550 transfers since like Thursday.
During the fucking tournament.
The deadline for the shit starts like the Friday after the tournament, like the next day.
Like there's guys probably leaving teams who are probably going to be in the NIT, and they just like they bouncing. Like it's crazy what's going on.
There'll be a 2 or 3 year gap. So in 2 or 3 years, they'll be probably like, yeah, this is too much.
I will hope that at some point they will make it that if you transfer once and you don't get another one the next year, maybe the following year after that you could. But they just handing out red shirt years and transfers like they're fucking meal tickets. It's crazy.
Soon enough, they're going to have to pay some of that NIL money back to transfer if you want to transfer more than twice or whatever. I think that's
you want to keep You want to keep transferring? You're going to have to pay now. How about that?
You get paid now. So now you got to learn. This is where a lot of people don't learn going into college.
Manage your money.
And saving. This is why the NIL people say is that it's bad. Because some people go into school not even knowing how to save nothing or never getting a good amount of money or a good chunk of money. So
yeah, you got Beck getting his Lambo.
Too,
Yo, you know what's funny? Everybody's like, yo, Beck got his Lambo stolen. And we were like, damn, Beck got his Lambo stolen. He cheated on his girl. Like, he's having a rough one. He's driving a fucking Lambo, y'all. Why?
So,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Freshman dual sport athlete Jonah Williams has taken both football and baseball responsibilities this spring at UT. That is fire. That is dope. A lot of notable football players that played baseball at the same time they played football at colleges. I hope great success for them. I hope for everybody that does this type of dual sport thing to be drafted in both leagues, man. What dope that would be.
Yeah, it's always crazy because you love to see it, right? But at the same time, if you're one of the coaches for either sport, you're like, how serious is he about one of these sports?
That's what you think first off. Definitely, I agree with that.
That's always what happens. And so I want him to have his best college experience. If he's a gifted athlete like this, by all means do it. But I will say, it said he's a freshman. Yeah, by junior year, pick a sport, bro. Because like
he's a freshman, right?
Be great.
So I think this is gonna carry over because Archie, we're gonna get a couple years of him, and then this man's gonna be the dog.
Is he a quarterback?
I don't think
no, he's safety.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
He was a number one safety coming out of high school this year.
I wonder, can you even really get away with being a dual sport at quarterback? Like some people have Russ did it, but like
yeah.
James Winston? James Winston did it?
James Winston did it too. Yeah. I don't know if those are the best case studies though.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, my man.
Hey, one won a ring though. One of them won a ring. The other one had like 5,000 yards in a season, I believe, or close to it. So, I ain't mad.
Absolutely. And we'll go into one more QB debate. Run back this summer. Colorado. No Shedeur Sanders no more. So now the contenders lean on Kadion Salter and Julian Lewis in the post-Shedeur era. Anybody know about any two of these guys?
Isn't Lewis Julian? Wasn't he would have been the number one prospect, but he either he reclassified and then got behind, I think, Underwood. I think I think Julian Lewis was like the next best quarterback coming up. So they got a good quarterback.
So they say Salter, Kadion Salter, last year was one of the most. 2023 was the most dynamic dual threat quarterback at Liberty. He threw for 2,800 yards, rushed for 1,000, 13-1 season, and finished the year in the New Year's Six as the highest ranked group of the 5 champion. Last year was disappointing for him on the board in terms of the success of the school and him, but he transfers to Colorado, a big conference school, looking to get some of that respect back on that end.
So that's a young guy. And Lewis, does it say Lewis is a freshman?
Hold on, Lewis. Prospect who carries the honor of being the first back-to-back player of the year. I don't really see freshman. No, I don't see freshman here.
All right, well then maybe that's not the guy, but either way, they got a quarterback competition over there. That should be fun. I'm glad they got the kid from Liberty.
They said the last time, so he's probably been around like 1 or 2 years. He's been there. Yeah, no, not at Colorado, but probably in the college wave.
Right. So yeah, we'll see what happens, man. That's gonna be fun to watch. See, it's gonna be the first time we watching Deion coach without his son at quarterback, right? Like,
yeah, this is gonna be the first time we see Deion coaching without his son in the national stage. Yeah. In the national way, I know Coach had told us that he's coached his son since like Pee Wee.
Right.
Oh yeah, both of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like, damn, your son, he's gonna be heartbroken. Yeah, Deion leaving to the NFL.
Maybe
he gotta be somewhere around his son.
Maybe, but remember, he definitely leaned on both his kids, but he also got Hunter there. So I mean, he can get guys to come there. He can get guys the ball.
Right.
Well, I think with them bringing in Byron Leftwich, that may be his successor.
Very nice.
You're bringing in him. You're bringing in Warren Sapp this season. You brought in Marshall Falk as the running back coach. Yep. He's definitely
greatest coaching staff in college football.
I mean, if you had to take them in their prime and start a team, yes, 100%.
But the best selling point is you can come here and learn from guys that did it. They can get you prepped to get to the next level.
At the highest level, and they were the highest at the highest level. Warren sat on that line, yeah.
Well, not Brian Leftwich, but Brian Leftwich was a successful college player, had a successful, great, decent NFL career. Say he's a lefty, so I always shout out lefties.
Got little feet though. Got little feet.
hey, he do, but he basically broke one of his feet and still fucking finished that game balling. His team.
I remember that.
Down.
They had to carry him to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's one of the tough man fucking moments of my entire sports career watching anything like that.
Was he after Chad Pennington or before?
He was after. He was after.
It was Marshall, right? Because after because Chad was there with Randy
Moss. Okay.
Yes, sir. College. Last story, the college football wave here. Andrew Luck, about a month or two ago, became the general manager of Stanford Football University. He has done one of his first big odds of work this week, and he has fired the head coach, Troy Taylor. Troy Taylor has been fired amid allegations he mistreated female staff members. The move was announced yesterday after a report citing documents said more than 20 former and current staffers cooperated with two investigators that included complaints against Taylor for what they described as a hostile, aggressive behavior, crazy environment, as well as personal attacks. So after consideration and all that stuff going against the board, Luck said the change is effective immediately, and they're going to search for a new head coach of the Cardinals. Shout out to Andrew Luck for making moves at your position, because you didn't do it in the NFL. You just quit.
No, don't do that. Don't do that to him. They got him murdered.
Yeah, I am. All these years later, I'm gonna do it. You know why I'm gonna do it? And hey, he's got his own mental. Shout out to him. He had to do what he had to do. But there's a million people in this world, man, that would want to be in a position. And it's the only reason why I'm kind of mad at him. There's a lot of people in this world that would want the position you had and all that stuff. And there's a lot of people that deal with bad offensive lines and shit. And that's why you left.
It's not bad. No, it's not. It's not just bad offensive line. Like, they got him killed.
Yeah,
like he couldn't throw the ball at one point because he was so damn banged up. Look, I know riding for a team in a franchise and all that shit. Y'all ain't worth my life. I don't care how much you paying. I don't care who want to be in a position. Y'all ain't worth my life after football. Football's 12, 15 years max if you're on the good side of it. The rest of your life is more important. My man can actually still do shit now in his life.
My man probably still getting a check from the coach in the mailbox.
And he deserved that shit, because they didn't put nobody on his team the entire time he was there.
I would differ on that, because, and this is the only reason why, like I said, you must have been thinking this regardless before it happened. I feel like in life, when you do things, you're thinking about it already. And you wasn't thinking about, and nobody's going to think about it when a team says, here goes the check.
And that's why he played through everything. Yeah. He played through. We always say, like, we want tough guys. He played through everything, and he played despite the team they put him. Huh?
How many years did he play in the league?
I think he played like 6-7 years. Maybe a year or two less. But yeah, he was there getting battered, bro. And the best weapon he had the entire time was a 5'10" T.Y. Hilton. The whole time he was there. That's all they got him. That's all they gave him was 5'9" T.Y. Hilton. Don't get me wrong. Love T.Y. That shouldn't be the best guy you have your entire run. Like, he was also their running back at times. Like, all the shit we see Josh Allen doing, he was already doing that shit.
No. And understandably, that's more like my point in a sense. I understand he's human and you got to make human decisions. But we see guys, we're talking about guys that probably take as much as a pounding as him and being the overall pick and doing what Josh Allen does. Andrew Luck did a little bit of the same. Like I said, at the end of the day, he's an adult, do what it is. But me personally, like, just being T outside the box, sometimes I'm thinking like, damn, Andrew, they extended you up. then you want to talk about getting brooded and hoodoo. And I understand that because you're the man of the team. They should put pieces around you, shit like that. But you took that money, bro, and then you left. That kind of got me mad because you was already getting fucked up to go. So
hey, my money. I ain't got to worry about it.
Shout out to Andrew Luck for making a good bold move in his new his
bag
new at Stanford. Get a new coach. Hell, Andrew, you be the coach, dog.
I know, right? I know.
That shit.
I'll be honest, that might be too close to the field for him. He might fuck around right out there and throw a pass.
Yes, sir, man. We're gonna get into who's gonna be the next Andrew Luck in a couple of minutes. Mock draft, as we do.
Oh shit! Y'all just wanted the buzzer. Sorry.
Lakers is one of the buzzer against Indiana.
Yo, they gave it to Luka. Luka drove to the rack, threw up a floater with like 2 seconds left. It bounced on the rim, came off. Braun for the tip in. They're gonna check the tape though.
And that's not good. We broke a losing streak, but we were up like 20
in that game.
It's no first to be in that situation there, but I'm glad that we caught the W. Shout out to the Lake gang, man. Got to keep getting W's to stay in position, man.
Let's see if he got it. Got the tip off his hand. Game winner. Game winning tip by Braun.
Hold on. Talking to Pat McAfee and LeBron gets a game winner.
He had a day. Hey, he had a day. I told you that Pat McAfee show be helping motherfuckers.
Listen here. And the whole thing before we get into this mock thing is that you went to ESPN. You went to the other hood.
Oh, on purpose, by the way. On purpose.
And you threw third at one of his co-workers. Why are you on air, bro? You the man, LeBron. Yeah. I think a lot of people know bullshit outside of the debate with Michael Jordan. A lot of people earned LeBron, gained LeBron respect for LeBron today through the airwaves. That's all I'm seeing through social media is people like.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people. I saw a lot of people say today, "This is LeBron we want to see more."
Hey,
we want to see more of this Braun.
We didn't really get to do Michael Jordan. We didn't really get to talkative with Michael Jordan. Sometimes
Mike hated everybody.
Go to Oprah. He didn't hate Oprah. He go to Oprah. Yeah, you see LeBron in this light. This is another thing that the LeBron sexualites will talk about in the basketball debate with MJ. Is that he's on interviews and he's talking and people can relate to him and they can relate to the struggle of LeBron. He's from Ohio. Only person that can relate on this show is Jake, probably, because he's from Ohio.
Yeah, it's funny he don't fuck with Braun. He's from Ohio. That should be your champion, bro. It's the best fucking athlete.
He was in the same draft with Carmelo. I was conflicted.
Listen here.
Carmelo, notoriously not from Ohio.
It's crazy. Listen, guys, I know Coach got some guys from Texas that, blew up, no matter what the sport is and all that. And you probably respect one of the top sports guys down there. Us two in Massachusetts, like we ride for our Massachusetts guys, though it's not a lot of success at the professional level from our guys. You know what I'm saying? More college level things of that success. Jake, you have one of the greatest basketball players of all time in your state,
and you want to be a Melo fan who got no wins. Like
I didn't know what a LeBron was until 2008 when he was in the finals. That was it.
That's embarrassing.
So yeah, man, here it goes, man. Who's holding this mock draft tonight, man? What we doing around?
It's me. I'm gonna do it, but first I got to make Mike laugh right quick because of what he just said. I can't post a meme here, so I'm just gonna send it to him since he want to die on that hill.
The NBA will be better off if LeBron is gone. I'll die on that hill, man. Listen here, it better be.
And the meme I got for him is it's a weird hill to die on, but at least you're dead. Yeah, hold that, Mike.
You tell him to hold that.
Oh, that's my dog. All right, let's go to this draft simulator. Y'all ready to draft up?
Yeah.
I feel like we got to pick some different teams now. It's been.
I feel like we should go. I feel like we should go conference. It's 4 of us. Go conference. Random.
Pick a conference? All right, yeah, we can start doing it. All right, I like that. Yeah.
Oh, man, I wanted to do something different because you always got me picking for the Bengals. I wanted to pick for the Packers.
Okay, then we'll do that conference.
We'll do the North.
Sweet.
Well, coaching Will's going to battle over Detroit. So which one of y'all got Detroit?
I'll go Chicago. I'll let him have Detroit. Which means I get the pick earlier.
I'm going to take Minnesota. Coach, you got Detroit.
Say, okay.
You got Detroit. I got Chicago. Green Bay is for Jake, and yes, Minnesota for 2. So here we go. So only 4. We're only gonna do 4 teams.
You know, 4 teams division. Let's get it.
I'm gonna throw Mike's team because he's holding us down. He's in here.
Right, we'll hold New York in, man. You know, since Daniel Jones was a Viking last, we'll
yeah.
Shout out to Liz, man. Shout out to you, Mike.
He said Giants will be drafting Travis Hunter. Well, you're gonna be the Giants today. We're gonna see how that plays out. And who else is in here? Chris. He's a Bengals fan, right? We'll still pick the Bengals. We just won't let Jake do it. All right. And away we go. Cam Ward, first pick. Will Campbell, second pick. Giants on the clock. Yeah. Will Campbell went second. This is good. I like this one already. This is crazy. All right, Mike. You gonna take this deal? This is the 11th over. You move back. You get the 11th pick, a 43, a 75, and a 2 next year. That's one of the trades you get. Another trade is you move back 5 spots. You get the 8, the 57, the 74, and a Carolina second next year. Those are the 2 trades you got on the table. You gonna draft or you gonna do a trade? Or are you still dying laughing from my meme?
He's like, damn, what should I do? Say yes to the Panthers deal.
Yes to the Panthers deal. Okay. All right, I like that. Except they take Abdul Carter. My Patriots take Membow. Armand Membow. Ooh, Travis Hunter to the Jags. Raiders take the receiver, McMillan. Shador Sanders to the Jets?
Yes. Because Justin Fields don't deserve to be started there.
Dude, you're a fool, man. That's funny.
Gave him $20 million to say be home next year.
That's all right. Giants, you want to pick here at 8? Or you want to make one of these trades? You get a 22, 55, 86. Or you get a 13 and a 48. Or you get a 30, 56, 62, 170. They fucking Buffalo traded you their whole draft. Oh, Dallas. Dallas trying to move up. You should take this. I want to see who.
It's Janty on the board still.
Yeah. Facts.
Get him.
All right, Mike. He's not going to do this Dallas trade, even though I really want him to, because I want to see what happens. Even though I think Tuke is spot on.
Yeah, you're right. I think they can get Janty before Chicago.
Yeah.
I think he wants to draft.
What are they giving up?
12
and a 44.
Damn, that's their first and their second?
Yeah.
Yeah, they see Janty still on the board. Yeah, they jumping right now. They jumping.
This would be the most Jerry Jones shit ever. Awful.
To give up a first and a second for a running back. Yep.
For a running back in the first for a running back in the first round who has mad mileage on him. First of all, they fucking fed him the rock. And albeit at Boise, so he was running over fucking insurance salesman. Yeah, this is.
So I think Mike wants to draft Mason
Graham.
Yeah.
Mason Graham. He said, all right, take Mason Graham. All right, so reject. I rebuke. And Mason Graham. Michigan DT, you ain't learned from fucking your fellow your fellow division mates not to do this. But God. Saints, what do the Saints do? Shamar Stewart. Dale would be happy about that. I think he liked them Texas Tech defensive players. Okay, I'm Chicago, and I have the opportunity to trade back to 19, get a 53 and an 84. Don't care about that. It is. It's not bad, but
not for the day when we got 2 rings.
yeah. Exactly. Right. It takes away from my fun. I won't be able to pick much, and I've done that too many times to myself in this draft. So I don't know how many times in mock drafts I've traded out of shit and realized, oh yeah, this doesn't matter, and I should have just picked a fucking player. All right. So if I'm Chicago, do I cock block on Dallas with Shanti right quick? Damn, I might have to. They would if Chicago would probably take Will Johnson here. No bullshit. They always they love defense, and I think they could use a corner. But who's their tight end? Never mind. I'm not taking
Cole Kmet.
Cole Kmet.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, he good enough. Jalen Walker's another guy that they would take. That's definitely a Bears move. And they went out and they did get a left tackle, right? But doesn't mean they couldn't add another great left tackle.
You got Tonto, right? From Houston?
Yeah, they got Tunsil. Can Kelvin Banks play the right tackle spot?
No, didn't the Commanders get Tunsil?
No.
Nah, the Bears, I believe.
You sure the Bears? I thought the Bears got homie from the Chiefs.
They
did.
I think no. I think Tuke's right. I think Tunsil did.
Tuke's right. No, Tuke's right. Tunsil. Yeah. Oh, but he's a guard. So yeah, they could use the tackle then. I'm gonna take Kelvin Banks. Why am I always drafting Kelvin Banks? No matter what team I'm drafting for, I end up picking Kelvin Banks.
He's gonna be a Patriot.
Fuck it. Niners take Will Johnson. Perfect for them. Cowboys take Ashton. They got him anyway.
That's what they were trying to move on for.
Yeah. Oh, the tight end Tyler Warren went to the Chargers. That team's gonna be stacked. Nick Emenwari, wow. Matthew Golden to another shorter receiver for fucking the midget quarterback. That'll make no damn sense. I'm gonna pick for Chris Vick, so I'm gonna purposely tank just to fuck with him. I'm trading back with the Chargers because I want to see who the Chargers pick here.
They better not.
They took Tyler Booker. Josh Simmons, offensive tackle to the Seahawks. Colston Loveland, they finally get a real tight end over in the Colts. James Pierce to the Broncos. Jahdae Brown to the Steelers. Malachi Starks to the Bucks. All right.
Brown, wow.
Toop, you running that
4-2 help.
No, I'm Green Bay.
No, he's Green Bay.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You're right. You can either make it. You're not gonna do the trade, right?
No. What's the next one?
That is a whole lot of stuff, though. But yeah, let's not do that. Hold on, back up. Reject it. And then the other one is even further back.
Rejected.
All right, who you picking?
We are gonna make Jordan Love plentiful. We're gonna help him out. Green Bay's gonna take Emeka Egbuka.
I like that.
I don't think they need receivers, but I will.
You got a lot of young ones.
Who bought?
But they don't have. But they don't have a number one.
The
number one always hurt.
Yeah, Watson sucks. He was not supposed to. He was supposed to be the number one, but I always said, yeah, I don't fuck with Watson.
I just didn't want Washington to get him. I know P. Dollar's not here, but
you know what? You played block in Connect 4. I like that. All right, we're doing this. You blocked him. That's good. You snookered him.
Vikings.
All right. Minnesota.
At
you can
24.
trade back. You can trade back to the 48. You get a 98 and a 1. That's terrible.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You can trade back to 42. Also whack.
No, I don't like that. We need help. We need help instantly. We need safety help over here in Minnesota.
Safety help.
Yeah, we need defense help.
Xavier Watts, Makuba, Winston.
Makuba's second rounder.
How about our cornerback? Yeah. Cornerback situation. What we got here?
Corners left are Siobhan Revel, Benjamin Morrison, Trey Amos. I'm not loving any of these guys.
Who?
Who? Mike Jones.
They need a guard too, right?
Every team always could use a guard.
I mean, yeah, young nucleus, young QB possibly coming in. Yeah, let's look at that. Those old linemen.
Offensive guard, you got Grace Abel, who's considered like a top. He's the first rounder. Ursery that everyone kept picking every other time we did this as a tackle. Who they got at tight end? Fannin Jr., he's kind of good. Mason Taylor, I like Mason Taylor. Oh, Gunnar Helm's still there, but wide receiver, you could go nuts at wide receiver and have Luther Burden in the slot.
Listen here, I'm gonna be real with you. No, receiver. I'm going receiver.
I knew I could pick
Jordan Addison. Jordan Addison is gonna be suspended. They're gonna need somebody else to be on the other side.
True.
Okay.
And
Luther Burden's perfect.
And Jefferson chirped out a little bit. He might be getting unhappy there.
Who, Jetta?
Yep.
Luther Burden the third.
They gonna trade him for T.
If P. Dollar wanted to go wide receiver again, we took another one off the board.
Double block. You get blocked twice, P. Dollar, even though you're not here.
Right.
Who you want, Burden?
Yep, I'm taking Burden. I wasn't even going to take a receiver in this case. I was going to go tackle or safety, but I probably can get that in the next round.
Derek Harmon. Oh, so now I'm picking for them again. Well, I didn't pick the first time, but we're going to say no to that and say no to that and say no to that. So we're going to pick for, let me see, who's the best on the board. Jihad's here. So is Jalon Walker. Jalon Walker falling down to 26 is crazy. I think I got to take him.
For Bengals help, yeah, that'd be huge.
That's what I'm saying. They could use some help there. So, yeah, go ahead. Let's go. Jalon Walker. The Ravens take Nick Scorton, edge out of Texas A&M. Detroit. Coach, you up?
What do they need? Edge.
Yeah, edge, offensive guard,
cornerback. Okay.
The receiver's a weird one. They got some receivers, but I guess they could use another. You doing this trade?
Nah.
Reject. You're not doing this trade either, huh? You're moving out. You moving almost out the second round.
Yeah.
Nah. You're in the late
second round. Future.
Oh yeah. Like if we was actually running the team, you take that. No for this probably too. All right, so you're gonna pick. All right, these are your guys. This is what you got here. Edge. They need an edge.
Corner.
Could you make Jihad an edge? He's an outside linebacker.
Nah, because they run a 4-3.
Oh yeah, you need him to be heftier. Just a fact.
Yeah,
he got his RAS score is crazy though. 9.8. That's fucking high as shit.
By the way, that wasn't a laugh. That was a sneeze. Sorry.
Oh, that's funny. It's a low time sneeze. He farted out his face.
What's that? Is that Gray Zabel? Who is that?
Gray Zabel, offensive guard out of North Dakota State.
Oh, small school guy.
Yeah, I'm always.
What's his size?
6'5", 312. He ain't little.
He played guard?
He played guard at 6'5".
Damn.
Guard. Yeah. He really.
Give me a lunch pail. Give me the lunch pail guy.
You want the lunch pail guy, Gray?
I like his size. Okay, what did it say about him? His versatile ability to play just about. Yeah.
They also lost a guy. They lost a guy to the Bears from that line. Remember, their line is part of their strength, and they lost the guy. So this is a good replacement.
Yeah.
Gray Zabel it is. Washington got an edge. They got the edge out of Boston.
Boston College, baby.
The Chiefs always take Tyleek when he's there.
The Eagles traded with Buffalo. Who did Buffalo move up to get?
Let me see. Full results real quick. Buffalo scooped Kenneth Grant out of Michigan, another defensive tackle.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna make it through the first 3 or 4 picks out of the second.
Yeah, for sure not. And for us, I should have did 2 rounds, but we're good here. So we got Cincinnati, got Jalon Walker, a second and a 5th next year. It's pretty good for them. I know I drafted for them. I'll give myself like a B, maybe even a C+.
According to 2, that's a C, man. It's a C.
C. They're all C's. Until we see, they seize.
Hold on, I got to see on my hat. You know what I'm saying?
The Bears.
He's standing on business.
Yeah. The Bears, that's just a good pick for them. That's a B. Just because they need the position, it'll help. I got Kelvin Banks for them. That's the only pick I did. I didn't trade back for them. Same thing with Detroit. You just picked outright Gray Zabel. I think we all agree that's a good placement there. So B plus. Like, we still got to see what he's gonna do. But yeah, I like that move for them for sure.
Packers with another wide receiver in the room.
Packers get another wide receiver. This is a luxury pick. I don't know if they're in a luxury pick position, but I actually think this is perfect for them. He is low-key kind of what they need. All their guys are kind of like playmaker guys. They need somebody to move the fucking chains, and that's what Emeka wants.
What they get rid of, though? Watson? Watson will be the guy out?
Watson's gone. I think
might be gone too.
Which is probably going to be gone too. So they'll be down to just Reed and Dobbs. Who I think Dobbs should be the number one, but if Emeka's there, he got a chance to be the number one. Maybe not right away, but like real soon. So I like that move for them. Emeka and Dobbs, very similar players, but Dobbs more of a home run guy, where Emeka's gonna move these chains. Okay, so we go to the that's a B plus. That's just a good pick for them. Took with your information on the Addison and with Jetta kind of being, this was a perfect pick. I gave it an A. That's exactly, you've been trying to pick receivers every chance you get when we do this, and I think this is the first time that it really, really checked out. It really made perfect sense.
You would have won because Janty was there. You would have won number 12, baby. You know what I'm saying? So we was looking at you, baby.
Right. Yeah, so that was a great pick too. And then we have the Giants.
Oh, y'all too. Thank you.
The Giants just got put in a hole because we thought they were all going to go for a quarterback, but now they got two. But look, Mason Graham could be really good. We just got to really see it because them Michigan linemen aren't always good in the league. But I think he's going to be a worker.
Listen here.
So I think it's a good pick. I gave it a B plus.
I think the Giants want to save some income tax. That's why they went to go get two handicapped people with handicap stickers and James Winston and Wilson. I think them spending a lot, the Yankees spending a lot, the Knicks spending a lot. They can't afford for the Giants and Jets to be spending a whole lot. You know, the Jets spent all that money on Aaron Rodgers, and that didn't work. So this is my conspiracy theory with the New York football teams is that
just New York as a whole is trying to watch their checkbook. Okay, I feel you.
Watch the checkbook. The Giants next year, maybe you can go get a QB in the first round, and it'll be less money than signing Shedeur Sanders. Maybe.
I like it. So that was our mock. We should have did 2 rounds. I don't know why I didn't hit the 2 on it, but I didn't. And so we're done.
Yes, sir, man. And we are hitting the end of March. So the NFL draft this year, it is coming. It is amongst us, man. It will take place April 24th. So mark your calendars. You know what I'm saying? Make sure
mark your calendars.
April 24th. April 24th through the 26th. It is in Titletown, Lambeau Field. Yes, STWF's draft night will be 24th, the 25th and the 26th? Or how we work?
Mike says Wilson and Winston combined are making what Indy gave trash Daniel Jones. Yo, Daniel Jones going to be 50 years old getting into coaching, and Mike's going to be like, fuck him. That shit's crazy. He hates that man. I think Mike hated him since they drafted him, but really since he tripped on that run.
Mike hated him after the game, after the Vikings game in which they got the W. That's when he started hating Daniel Jones, because I think that day when Daniel and the Giants did that, I think Mike was like, maybe there's a ceiling that can go high for this guy, and then it all went down. Mike, you got a love-hate relationship with Daniel Jones. I'm gonna say it right.
Yeah, he loves to hate him.
He loves Daniel. You love Daniel, Mike.
We got some shout outs, fellas. Unless we got more topics. I don't know if anybody brought
Shout out to El Chapo. Shout out to the plug.
Shout out to you fellas as always. Man, a great week of shows, man. Y'all did your thing as always. Also, shout out to Bobby, Chris, Mike, and Wizzo tonight. As always, forgot anybody or apologies. Shout out to Jiggity Jake, man. I ain't calling y'all, man. Three shows this week, man. That's what's real.
You want a cookie? You ain't shouting for.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
No. Shout out to the whole crew with participation wise. And I say it, Jake, he's a family man, working man, schedule's all crazy, man. But when we're all here consecutively for shows, we see this the vibe. Like it's there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
it's more fun when we all here. More fun.
You miss something. It's like you come in and you're like, damn, what I missed? What do I need to put in?
Mm-hmm.
What do I need to do that? And that's kind of where, you know what I'm saying, where the bond is, man. But we got a hell of a bond regardless. Jake, shout out to you for being here 3 days in a motherfucking row and on time. We're going to count you as on time tonight. We'll fuck you up, keep you in the studio for all that time like a dog, a fucking pet. I do got some news. I do got a couple of news stories before we leave tonight, just quickly, because I seen them before we got on. Let's see how entertaining these are. First one is coming out of Green Bay. Let me get him up.
Mike said, hey, Will, what's better than roses on a piano? What is better than roses on a piano, Mike?
I don't know, somebody.
2 lips on my organ.
2 lips on my That's good.
Well played.
That's good.
LaShawn, anybody familiar with LaShawn Johnson? I think he's a running back on the Packers.
I'm not.
I got nothing.
I know Sean Johnson, the gymnast.
Hold on, let me see if I can.
Sean Johnson, the gymnast, correct?
No. Okay, so this guy's not currently in the league. This guy was selected in the 1994 draft, 84th overall pick, but he's in the news locally. Probably, this is not national news. It probably will become national news, but we'll let you the story here. Star running back was charged in the largest dog fighting raid with nearly 200 dogs. He's been arrested.
He didn't learn from Mike Vick.
The largest federal dog fighting case in history.
We don't learn.
Yeah. So basically, he's yeah. So I mean, he did. This dude should be fucking shamed for what he did. 190 dogs were seized from the 54-year-old's home in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, and he's facing federal charges for possession, them in a use for animal fighting venture, and for selling, transporting, and delivering a dog for use of an animal fighting venture. So I seen that, and I said, he's a shit.
Hey,
guy.
Mike.
Forgive Mike.
Hey, Mike, you from Connecticut, man. So you know where the Big Apple is, right? Big Apple's New York. But what about Minneapolis?
Twin Cities.
Minneapolis. Minneapolis. It's a terrible dad joke, but he'll love it. He's a dad joke guy. Oh man. Great show, fellas. That dog fucking ring, that's crazy. 200 dogs? You're just killing dogs, man. Chill the fuck out. Stay Black and Jake, Salt and Pepper doesn't count as seasoning.
Damn.
Got him. Y'all fools, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Hey, and welcome back, Coach. We had you back this week. We missed you last week, so you crushed it.
Y'all didn't miss me.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Hey, good to be back. Good to be back, man. Got my batteries recharged, and like I say, y'all got your boy through the week as always. And just for you, Bob, if you still in here, what's the damn deal?
Hold on, I got bingo. Damn, you the last one, motherfucker.
I got bingo. I told you. We forever gonna play it. We gonna play it forever. I love this shit.
Yeah.
Great show as always, fellas. Stay Black and Jake. Salt and Pepper doesn't count in seasoning.
Some people it does. Put a little onion garlic powder in that shit, Jake. Big dance, you heard?
What's our outro? I can't even find the outro. Can you find the outro? I don't know.
I got you.
This show has been.
You know what? As always, as my man say, stay.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.